Good morning, everybody. Happy Monday, a new start to a new work week. Appreciate you being here today. And we're going to be talking about the markets, the drawbacks we've seen in the last week or so. And we're going to be joined today by Joe from Trade Intuition. And he's running a little behind, but he'll be here in a few minutes. And we'll bring him right on when that happens. But in the meantime, let's see who's jumping on in. We got Chris Hanley in the house. Chris, welcome as always. Appreciate you being here. Yes. Yes, I did. That's very good. Yes, to the baby face. I'll tell you what, it's been so humid here. I was just like, I can't anymore. I can't. So I appreciate you noticing that. Thank you. Appreciate that. All right. Hey, listen, as people are jumping in, let's go through the routine here. If you're new, make sure you hit that subscribe button, tick that bell icon, click the all. That way you get notified every time I put out a great video. And you know what? Live pretty much every day of the week. Although tomorrow I will not be on the Matrix Money podcast. Got some family obligations tomorrow. So I'm not sure if the guys are going to try and do that without me, but we'll see. All right, you know what? I'm gonna jump in, bring up the markets here, and we are going to go through this a little bit while we wait for Trade Intuition to jump on in. And Chris is asking, did we hit the bottom yet? You know what? We're gonna save that question for Trade Intuition and see what he has to say. Frankly, I'm thinking we're pretty close. I really do believe that personally, but we'll let the tech say that 5 times fast. The guy who does the technical analysis give us that answer. I'm going to refresh this page real quick. Let's see where we're at. All right, Bitcoin right here at 57,125. It has been going on either side of this 57. Intuition has been talking about having Bitcoin coming down to that 50K mark for a while. Be on the stream and talk charts today because guess what? He was pretty much spot on about that. Hey, Alexander in the house. Hey, no worries, man. I get it. You miss a day, you miss a day. And hey, well, here we go. Here he is. Here's the man. Welcome,
what's
sir.
going on, guys? What's going on? You hear me?
Just we got a house. Yep, there we go. It's me again, glitching out. Feel free, just jump in when I glitch out. People are just starting to jump in. We got Alexander, Chris is in the house, and Chris has already got the question for you about have we hit bottom yet? But I told him we got to wait for you for that, and I want to run through just to take a look at how red the markets are before we kind of get into it a little bit, if that's all right with you, sir.
Yeah, definitely.
All right. So like I was just saying, I actually just got the Bitcoin 57,125 either side of that all morning long as I've been up here. Ethereum's just back over that 3K mark. You know what? Not bad, I guess. Let's see what else. BNB 512 down 11.8%, almost 12%. I don't know. I like BNB, and honestly, I think that's still a great price for BNB. Still strong. And let's see, Solana kind of back up a little bit, but still down 4.5% overall. So still some red in that Solana market. And hey, Joe, I'm just kind of clipping along with numbers here. If you want to jump in with anything, by all means, you know the drill. Jump on in. Let's see what else we got here. XRP, 43 cents. I am personally surprised that it's down that far, to be honest with you. Almost 9% down in the last 7 days. Any thoughts about that, Joe? I'm surprised it's down that far, personally.
XRP, I don't know if you want me to talk about XRP. I don't like XRP. I don't like what it stands for. I don't like the chart.
I'm no fan either. I mean, but we got people who are, and that's okay. If you don't got, I'm good. I'm good about
No,
that. We
I
can
can
keep
talk
on
about
going.
XRP all day, but it's not in the plus. Like
Yeah,
definitely not the plus.
it won't
So
be a positive
if you're
conversation.
holding it, I'd recommend you sell it. But if you do hold it, don't drink the Kool-Aid because they're going to get you. Every time it goes up, it goes right back to where it's at. Will it hit
Yeah,
$2 this bull run? Yeah, maybe five, maybe 500 or 50 or whatever other videos you're watching. No.
yeah. Chris is telling you, go ahead, speak. And I think you just kind of got the gist right there. I think you got the gist. All right, let's keep going a little bit here. Doge. I mean, for those who are Doge fans here, and again, if Jar was here, we'd be talking about that, I'm sure. 10 cents. I'm down a lot right there. I mean, maybe it's time to pick up some Doge. I don't know. It was down lower than that though. So Cardano, 37 cents. That dipped down real deep the other day. And frankly, I'm good with that. I'm good to see that. I don't, as much of a big Cardano fan as I am, I don't mind seeing that kind of dip because it's only going to make the bounce better. Tron holding pretty steady, 12.5 cents, even though, I mean, it's only down 2%. Let's see what else we got. Chainlink. I love Chainlink. Still down over the last 7 days, even though, look at this, up 6% in the last 24 hours, 1330. Great buy as far as I'm concerned for Chainlink. My poor my poor Doge. I love it. Chris, good to have you here, man. Good to have you here. All right, what else we got? Uniswap looking pretty strong, even though it's down 13% at $8. Litecoin. I like Litecoin for what it's meant to be. Use it to buy shit. Save your Bitcoin. $65, down 12.3% over the week. Caspa, we got to stop at Caspa. Down 8.2% in the last 7 days, but still look at this. Holding strong. 16 cents. Didn't you do a chart for somebody on Crypto on the Rocks on Caspa? Or am I don't know. I was a little drunk. It might have been a different chart. I don't know.
Yeah. I've done a lot of charts. I might have done that one. I'm not too sure.
Any thoughts you want to throw out there? Other than that, I'm going to go probably to top 50 and then we can go from there.
Yeah, for Caspa, like everybody would talk about it. I never really got into it. And since everybody's talking about it, I was like, well, let me go ahead and look at it because, well, everybody's talking about it.
Right.
I did the chart and everything. I said, it looks pretty solid to me, chart wise. So I've only traded it. I haven't actually bought into it though. But one thing I do need to know, or rather, one thing I do need to do is get some and just hold it because you want to know where the money goes or where the attention goes. And there are a lot of big YouTubers that are talking about Caspa. And so I need to buy some so that when they talk about it, they pump my bags. So
there you go. And Alexander's agreeing with you. Caspa, good pick right there. And Peter Dell from Australia. Welcome, sir. Appreciate you being here. Appreciate it. Let's see. All right, let's go back to these charts real quick here, and then we'll jump into our conversation here. ICP 713. I don't know. I'm personally not necessarily an ICP fan. Down 12.8%. I know it's got some community around it, so don't hate me for not being a major fan. Monero. If you've been around, you know I like privacy coins. Monero is still the largest privacy coin, even though it's down 10%. 153. 153. Again, delisted off all these centralized exchanges. So it's not like you're gonna go to Coinbase and pick it up, and still holding strong at $150. I'll tell you what, privacy coins are going to be a thing in another year, if not less. My humble opinion. Again, we know how humble I can be. Peter's asking any thoughts on Mantra Om RWA recent news partnership with a huge real estate company. I'm not even familiar with that. Are you, Joe, by any chance?
No.
Well, maybe we can go back and look at it later after we kind of cover what we got going here, Peter. So try and remind patient here. All right. Chris is saying Casper is one of the fastest transactions. Yeah, so I hear. I mean, I've not used it for any particular transactions. KRC 20, bit of a flop. Yeah, well, it's like anything else. Move fast and break things. Seems to be the mantra of a lot of these blockchains here. Do yourself a favor and have a look. You will be impressed. I, if nothing else, we'll try and get to it even here if we can, Peter. But I will go and take a look. Appreciate the input. Thank you very much. All right, let's wrap this this look up. At least try and get down to 50 here. Render is one of those cryptos you can vote for on Crypto on the Rocks every Friday night. Joe and I will be there, as well as a bunch of other people chiming in, talking crypto, having a couple of drinks. And I try to show you how you can dollar cost average using $25 a week. I take 15, put it into Bitcoin, and the other 10, you guys vote for what we're going to dollar cost average into. And this second half of 2024 is deep in projects. Render is one of those projects. And honestly, it has been the strong favorite in all the recent voting so far. Even Joe has succumbed and put in his vote for Render. Crypto on the Rocks. So make sure you join us every Friday night. All right, Peter. All right, Joe. Thank you. Going back and forth with him. Appreciate that. Let's see. Stellar is, I don't know. I'm surprised it's looking this week down 5.7%. It's 8.5 cents. H bar, another one that I honestly don't understand how it is so low right now. It's almost back to like some of the original prices that I DCA'd into it at. Down 12.5%, just under 7 cents. Let's see what else. Filecoin, again, I think that's a great buy for Filecoin. Cloud storage is going to be huge, I think, as it continues to grow out. Down 14%, $3.87. And what do you say? VeChain. I like VeChain. They got a lot of stuff going on. Matter of fact, if you watch the interview on the we did with Paula on the Matrix Money podcast, she's doing some work with VeChain. Talked a lot about that. You can go ahead and check that out on my channel or on the Matrix Money podcast channel. If you have not subscribed to the Matrix Money podcast, link in the description of this live stream. And for that matter, link to Joe's channel as well. I think we'll go check out WIF right here and then we'll call it. So 173, way down, 23% down on WIF. So sorry for any of you guys who bought it and are still holding WIF there. Is that you guys? Oh, right here, Joe. Did you get that that ticker information from Chris?
Yes.
Okay, good. All right. Excellent. So today, I just kind of wanted to go over. Keep glitching out. I'm sorry. But some of the headlines recently over the last couple of weeks, the way the market has kind of dropped off, and we've just been, everybody with painting the doom and gloom. And I don't know, that just aggravates me, painting just doom and gloom in the markets. And that's why I asked Joe to be here today, because one, this guy has literally almost predicted this like price to the pinpoint now here for a while. So and then let's get his input, because you need a charter's input and traders input for that matter in what's, look at the fear and greed index. So I brought this particular one up because I like the way it was laid out here. I mean, they're all pretty much the same. We're at 28, so we're in fear territory. Yesterday was 29, so we're down a little bit, and it shows you last week neutral in that 53 category. And then a month ago, everything was looking booming, and we were in the greed category. Any thoughts about the fear and greed index where we're sitting right now, Joe?
Yeah, when it's red, you want to buy. Everybody says that, but until you do it, that's when it starts changing. Like um, every time it's in the 80s or even 90s, that's when everybody starts buying because everything's euphoric, everything's going great, perfect.
Yep.
But when it's in the red, everybody starts just panicking, panic selling. They wait, and that's what everybody says. You're buying the top. Don't buy the top, buy the bottom. But until
Yep.
usually, like you can say it so many times, and it's just like saying the stove's hot. Don't touch it. Stove's hot, and you got to touch it to find out. Same thing with the fear and greed index. When
Yep.
it's green, like you want to buy, people say don't buy in the green, buy in the red. But once you go through, I want to say at least one cycle, then oh man, like I've done that already. I bought the top, I sold the bottom. Now let me do it the other way. Let me buy the bottom and sell the top. And that's right now, it's perfect opportunity, in my opinion. So yeah.
I would agree with you 100%. I would agree. And that's kind of a part of what I wanted to get across today a little bit with this particular live stream. And Alexander saying MEXC is no KYC. He's asking, I want to get some CASPA. MEXC will no longer service U.S. residents, Alexander, and they are KYC because they're a centralized exchange. I think you can get CASPA on ZegX, which is centralized exchange, but currently they'll service the U.S. and no KYC. Currently, that could change. Just to kind of throw that out there. All right, so here's some of the headlines. Here's some of the headlines that we've been looking at over the last week, and I'm just going to kind of rapid fire succession some of these suckers, just to give an idea of what we've been looking at. So when Bitcoin really started going down, here's some of the things. Bitcoin tumbles, crypto market bleeds, will 56.5 hold? It's like, okay, I mean, if you've been around for a while, like you're used to this. I mean, the market, Bitcoin goes up and down like crazy, no matter what. It's I don't know. Do you think I got that wrong there, Joe, or what?
No, you're right on the right. Yeah, right on the money, man. But they have to write titles. They have to write something about crypto because
a little clickbaity. Yeah. I get it. I get it. Alexander, I see you asking what's the URL. Give me a minute and I'll pop it in the chat for you. I just busy driving the other end of this here. All right, here's another one. We're gonna excuse me. We're gonna bring this one up. I love the titles here. Where'd it go? Here it is. Blood in the streets. Crypto market sees 800 million in long positions liquidated. And but you got any, I guess, 2 cents you want to put in about longs and shorts there, Joe?
in reference to what again? I'm sorry.
Playing the leverage game, longs, shorts, that kind of thing.
Yeah, for me, I absolutely love doing leverage. It's fun. It's exciting. However, if you think that you're going to get into leverage and go 20x, 50x, and make all this crazy money, man, you are dead wrong. You are so wrong. It's crazy. Could you get lucky and make some money? Yeah, definitely, of course. But like leverage is a very tricky game, and I like doing it because it's just fun. Like, matter of fact, I was doing some leverage last night. Doing 2x leverage is great. 3x leverage, fine. 5x, kind of pushing it. Anything over 5x, forget it.
Yeah.
Like I said, and what gets me so upset, like all these people that are doing leverage that are on Twitter and they're showing 70x leverage, 77x leverage, 50x leverage, and then they're showing their results. So it kind of like tricks everybody to, man, I can make, can you imagine, making 300% in like 5 minutes? Man, that's great. No, how many times they put in? Not only that, but they're trading with $3, $5. They ain't doing no 500. So yeah, it gets me pretty upset when I see that. Yeah. because
I
it
hear
tricks
you.
them. Yeah.
I don't disagree. And Alexander, just so you know, I did put that link in the live chat for you, so you can go ahead and check out the ZegX exchange. All right, so let's bring up this next. Another one, is crypto crashing. And here's the thing with this, some of these headlines, that people like to find an excuse for what's going on in the markets. I've noticed. And let's be fair, not just the crypto markets. I mean, if the stock market crashes, people want to know, oh my God, what happened? It's just, I guess, human nature to want to know. But like, there may be contributing factors. And in this particular article, again, links to everything that I'm showing you is in the description of this live stream. They're talking about Germany selling Bitcoin. They're talking about Mt. Gox. They're talking about all this kind of stuff. And are these contributing factors? In my opinion, yes, sure. But like, is it the reason? I'm using my air quotes. Is it the reason? I don't think that is the reason. I think the market's going to do what it's going to do, and those just add sell pressure to the market. You got a different opinion, Joe, or what do you think?
No, you're right on the money on that, like big time.
Wow, I like being on the money. Well, I mean, I had a couple of others that I was going to show where they were talking about Germany selling their Bitcoin, that kind of thing. But I want to get to Joe because, I mean, at the end of the day, like I said, he pretty much nailed this price range on his live streams, and he does a live stream every day, 3 p.m. Eastern time. You guys need to make sure that you're joining him for those, because he's giving away free trading info. Actually, just, I mean, good info. Is putting it out for free at 3 p.m. So make sure, again, link is in the description for him. So make sure you go ahead and check him out. Joe, do you want to take it over and tell us what you're seeing, what you're thinking?
Yeah, we can go to my chart on Bitcoin if you like.
Where is it? Oh, there it is. Like, where'd it go?
All right, very good. All right, so this is Bitcoin on the daily time frame. Now, with Bitcoin on the daily time frame, so the levels that we were talking about is between 50 and 52. This is our next support level. If you know how to trade and chart, like you would have seen this long time ago, before all these YouTubers were talking about it. So it's very important to kind of learn, and all it is support resistance. So it came up here and it stopped. It came down and it stopped. So it's creating this zone. And right now, that's what everybody's talking about. Everybody's talking about this zone right now. Before they were talking about, this area up here. But what we have to do is we have to treat each level for just that. Its level. Once it breaks that level, then we look at the next level of support / resistance. And this is just one of the levels. So it's nothing fancy or, I predicted, and I love, maybe sound really smart. But I mean, it's right here. It's plain as day. It's 50 to 52. And this is because this is the level. So,
Well,
and then the next level is this one.
But Joe, listen, it may be like right there, but most people don't see it. So the fact that you're pointing that out, I mean, and again, you're pointing it out literally for free out there, putting it all out there. People need to, I don't know. My opinion is people
Yeah.
need to hear that crap. So sorry, go
Yeah.
ahead. I didn't mean to
Oh,
interrupt.
yeah. No, you're good. Yeah. So here we have, of course, Bitcoin did run up, started doing this number, started coming down, started doing this. And so for me, I really don't do patterns. Patterns, in my opinion, for me anyway, gives me a false sense of security. It creates a bias. 78% chance going to do this, 64% chance going to do this, 74% chance going to go up or down. So that's more than 50. So automatically I'm thinking, oh, well, it should go up. There's more of a chance of it going up. So I don't do that anymore. What I do is I just trade my levels. That's it. And there's a time to trade trend lines. Right now is not a time to trade trend lines. When you trade trend lines, this is when the market is already better. Not right now. And for example, you can see right here when it broke out here, and I actually was talking about this prior to this breakout. I think I was talking about it up here, where if it does break out, like you want to wait for it to break its previous high. And then sure enough, a couple days later, it did break out. And for everybody who buys the breakout, who buys these trend lines, they broke out and it came right back in. And but
Yep.
you would have known to wait for it to break another level so it changes the trend. So I'm always about trend trading at the moment because that's what's working. And you have to adjust to what the market's giving you. Right now, though, be very careful because even though it's coming down, we do have what's called divergence. We have this low, then we have a lower low or a higher low. So we have a low, higher low. So once again, low, higher low. However, here we have a low and a lower low. Now, divergence, one thing with me, I'm I wouldn't say unique, but I challenge everything. For divergence, I really don't trade divergence either. But I'm showing this to you because this is what other people are going to show you. But the reason I'm doing this is because here you have a low, you have a lower low. However, if this continues going lower, it's going to continue to print a lower, I call it a hump, lower red hump. So now this will be lower than this, which would um, cancel out the divergence. So right now it's a possible divergence, but a lot of people, I haven't heard them yet talking about this, but a lot of people are going to start saying, oh, on the daily time frame, there's divergence. It should be going up. This is called bullish divergence. It should be going up. However, I have done this many, many times where the price action will go up, come down, go up a little bit more, come down a little bit more, keep on coming down. And then this prints a lower red. Now it's no longer divergence. But you won't hear these people who are doing these charts saying, oh, the divergence didn't play out. It actually came further down. You won't hear them say that. They'll only say what they think is going to happen. But if it doesn't happen, they stop talking about it.
Right.
Because they don't want
Right.
to be wrong. But
Right.
right now, like I'm showing you, like right now, we do have, I call it possible divergence because this can easily keep on coming down. But if it does go up, well, everybody's a genius because, whoa, there's divergence. But
Yeah.
it can easily come down. So just be very careful with that. People who are pointing out, oh, it's going to get good, people, it's going to go up. It can always keep on coming down, and then this, it doesn't, there's no more divergence. But yeah, so our level is between 50, 52. We've been looking at this one, man, like really, really strong. We this is actually why we've been doing our longs or our shorts is based off of this. Once it created this, created a level of resistance. We were just waiting to see if it was going to come down or go up. If it came down and crossed this level, then we start, looking for shorts. But if it breaks up, then okay, we're going to wait to see if it's going to break above this area. Came over here to our other level, came back down. Yesterday on the live stream, I was saying, it might, or day before. I said, yeah, day before. I said it might come up here because of this level. And sure enough, right to it, came down. I said, might bounce here and then come down. Sure enough. Now, granted, do I know what's going to happen before it happens? Nope. And I never
No.
tell you I will,
Nope.
or I do, because nobody knows what's going to happen. And I always stress that like so much. And if you're ever watching somebody, oh, I told you so. I knew this was going to happen. Be careful, guys. Be careful because they're there to bamboozle you. Like we don't know. We can give you a plan A, plan B, and
Yes.
when it works, man, that's great. Like it makes you feel really good. But there's 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 things that I know that like you would think, wow, I literally knew the future. And I tell everybody all the time, hey, I got lucky. Like that, this is what I think might happen. And I'll do a plan A or plan B. And sometimes plan B works before plan A. So just be real careful. There's a lot of people out there that they want to seem smarter than they are. And that's one of my biggest pet peeves is when someone says, I told you so. I told you this was gonna happen. I was like, nobody knows, man. So that's my thought process on Bitcoin.
Oh, appreciate that. Anything else on the market as a whole? One of the links I asked that question because one of the links I put in the description was an interview with Raoul Paul, who was saying that the entire crypto space, the market cap for the entire crypto space, looked like it was primed. It was ready to kind of pop. Any thoughts about that, or anything else for that matter?
Pop as in good or pop as in bad?
Pop as in good, as in
Okay.
go. I think he said it was gonna like go to, I want to say 200 trillion, but don't hold me to that because I don't have the link right in front of me. Sorry.
That'd be so nice. Yeah. So in
Yeah, it
reference
would be,
to,
wouldn't it?
yes. So in reference to that, um, is is the market gonna go? Man, I've been saying this since shoot 6, 7 months now, where if we can come down here, I don't know if it will, but if we can come down here to 50, 52, I believe it'll do this number. Like come up here, come down here, do this number, stay in here for like maybe a month, just sideways action. And then once we break out of this area, 52 level, I mean, it's moon mission. This is going, in my opinion,
Yeah, I
I
agree.
don't know, but I think this is going to start the huge catalyst to where, because it's a whole mental game, because price is going to come down, it's going to go sideways. So right off the bat, people are saying, "Oh, this is the low." Before we thought this might have been the low, but it's still super high. This is the low that everybody's been talking about for many, many months, and now it's breaking above the 52 level. We just did it, guys. This is the low. We're not could we? Yes, but that's what everybody's going to be thinking. Like this right here is the low, and then that's going to get everybody bullish. That's going to get all these newspapers and
Yep.
news whatever, where it's like, okay, guys, we found the bottom, and then I think it's just going to blow up once we do this. But I will say though, when we were here, well, when we were around this area, I was calling for this because I mean I could see it right here. But the longer that we were in this area, and I didn't start saying this until like maybe barely 2 months ago, because I was still very, very, wanting this to happen. I was still saying, 50, 52, 50, 52. And but the longer we came in here and stayed here, the less this looked likely. And now it's like, okay, we're this we may be possibly coming down, and I think my levels were I think the lowest was right here. Yes, the lowest was right here, right on 58. I said, if we do come down because of this, I said the lowest we're going to do is 58 and then bounce up, just because we're in this really nice range. And
Yeah,
then sure enough, 2 months later, we break that range, we break below 58, and now to man, I'm excited. I'm really excited because like I said, once we get into this area and then break above it, this shows this is holding really nice, even though it's weak. I mean, this is very weak. There's only a few days of this support resistance area. But even though that, once it comes down here and it breaks up, man,
I know. Like
moon mission,
springboard. I,
moon mission.
I look at it as another buying opportunity. It's like, thank you for giving me a great buy on Bitcoin again.
Yeah.
That's the way I look at it. Because I mean, well, again, on Crypto on the Rocks every week, I know it ain't big money that I'm putting in there, but guess what? I like the best and lowest cost um,
Mm-hmm.
basis, right? You know what I mean?
Yep.
Who wouldn't for when that moon mission comes? You know,
Mm-hmm. Yep.
that's the
Very
way I
true.
look at it. Just another buying opportunity. Another buying opportunity. Um, well, is there anything else? Because honestly, we've kind of covered everything I wanted. I appreciate you taking the time to kind of talk that out. Because again, anybody who's thinking about maybe putting a little more money in Bitcoin, hey, even if you're never going to catch the bottom, you're never going to catch it. So like
Right.
now is the time, in my opinion, dollar cost average. Again, not financial advice, not a financial advisor, old guy, interwebs. But like, you've got like a gift given to you, in my opinion here. These doom and gloom headlines, that's what I got to say for them. It's a buying opportunity, it's a gift.
Right.
Anything else you want to throw out about that, or anything else for that matter?
Well, let
Feel
me let
free.
me do OM really quick.
Oh,
So
that's right. See, I forgot all about it.
Yeah. So on OM, this is a daily time frame. Market cap is $778 million. So it's not very big, but it's not small either. All-time high was about a month ago. It's only down 14%. The categories is DeFi, RWA.
Yep.
So for here, it's in a really nice range, and it's actually in an ascending range. So it's getting higher. So we have a high, we have a higher high, we have a higher high, we have a low, we have a higher low, we have a higher low. So it's doing this
So it's
really
an
nice,
upward trend. Yeah.
yes, really nice upward trend. Now, for me personally, would I enter right now? No, I'd wait. I would wait about 15%. So from where it's at from here to about 20%. So where it's at to about here, I'd wait. Now, why would I wait? Well, for one, I would wait for my alert to go off, and I have the alert set right here. And the candle must close. Let me put on my magnifying tool. The candle must close above 1.0465. The 4-hour candle must close above that. So once the 4-hour candle closes above this number, then I'd enter. Now, the reason I don't want to enter right now is because, well, one, the market, even though this looks great compared to what the market has been doing, because what could happen, it could come up here, then come down, then come up here, then come down, then come up here, and then just really do nothing for who knows how long. So why be in a trade that you're going to be waiting several weeks, if not maybe a month or two, before it actually starts moving? You set your alert, the alert goes off, you make sure it's above this level, 4-hour time frame, the candle must close above it, then you enter the trade, and then more than likely, let's say 3 to 5 days, you hit your first target. And then maybe another 3 to 5 days, depending on how the momentum is, you hit your next target. Not financial advice, but this
Yep.
is what I would do. So you're not in the trade just waiting and waiting and waiting for it to do something. Here, it's moving. And even though you're potentially losing or not getting an additional 20%, well, this 20%, you can go in a different coin that you already had a different alert on. The candle closes on that one, you get in, you're out within 3 4 days or whatever, and you made up this money. So that's my thought process on that. Stop loss would be, let me show you the stop loss. So stop loss is roughly right here. I'll put this in red. And then here are your targets. That way it's nice and big for your audience. Target and then target. So there you go. That's my thought process on that.
Well, I appreciate that, and thank you for bringing that to our attention. I just was looking it up to see what markets you could get it on, and there's quite a few
Yes.
markets to be honest with you. So no matter where you are, whether you like centralized, decentralized, whatever, I think you got some good options.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, you know what? I'm gonna be following your advice, I think, on this one. I kind of like the way you're talking that out. Appreciate that.
Yeah,
Thank
no
you.
problem.
All right. Well, that's what we got, guys. That's it. Unless you guys have a question for us. It was more about, listen, again, my opinion, not financial advice, but use this as a buying opportunity. Use this as a chance to DCA. Use this as a stack the sats, whatever words you want to use. This is your chance. This is your chance. And I think you have a chance not only to do stuff for the long term, like holding Bitcoin for the long term, but you got options and stuff like what Joe was just looking at, and others. If you watch Crypto on the Rocks, he did a bunch, and I think he even did one in after hours for that matter. Crypto, you saw, like, to me, those are a lot of good trading opportunities to build things up. And as a matter of fact, speaking of that, even Crypto Bedell had one, and he shot me a message over the weekend, and he was up so much on that. I'm like, he's like, I should have told you about this. I'm sorry. It's all right, man. Shit happens. No big deal. But yeah, so you've got plenty of opportunity here. Plenty in this dip at this point. What do we got here? Do you prefer to trade large cap coins or small cap or both? Well, you're more the trader than me, so have at that.
It just depends on my risk tolerance. If I want to be a little bit more risk, of course, the higher the risk, higher reward. So for me personally, this last bull run, I was doing more mid to large caps and made some really nice money. This bull run, I'm mainly concentrating on like micro caps and lower market coins. Now, granted, I still hold some larger market cap coins, but this time around, I'm gonna just do more higher risk. And I know that right now we're so early in the game
Yes.
that you, an investor mindset is a millionaire mindset. It really is. Because you've never heard a millionaire say, "Oh, I enter this trade and I'm up 80%. I cashed out." No, they buy it and they hold it for a year, 2 years, 5 years, 10 years. And now they're millionaires. So,
Yep.
same thing with crypto. Right now, like this is the best opportunity. Like, it doesn't even matter what coin it is, buy it, hold it. And then if it goes down 20, 30, 40%, who cares? There's some that I have that are down 50%. I don't care. I'm not sweating it. I'm not panicking because it's unrealized gain, unrealized loss. It's not a gain or a loss until you sell. So what I'm doing
Right.
is every paycheck, every week, 2 weeks, whatever it is, I'll go and I'll put money in it.
Yep.
And most of these coins I have, they're low market cap coins, so they move way faster than something that has a higher market cap. So when your coin is down 10, 15%, mine's down 20, 30% because of the market cap. But I
Yep.
don't care. I don't worry about it. I don't stress out about it because, again, I'm treating this as a savings account. And when I get paid, I'll throw $50, $100, whatever I can into those so that now instead of being down 70%, now I'm down 50. Then instead of 50, down 30. And then as soon as the market starts turning, instead of having to wait way up here for me to break even, because I've been dollar cost averaging, as soon as it starts, now I'm plus 3, plus 20. By the time I get to my break even, I'm plus 200 maybe. So it
Yeah.
just depends, how much money I put in. So to answer the question, I like both, but this bull run, I'm going to do more higher risk plays just because now I know what to do. I know how to trade. I know what to look for. And it's just a learning process, but I'm doing smaller ones. I can make more money.
Yeah. I think I'm going to try throwing a little bit, like you're saying, and just sit and see what happens with it. Because what's the harm? Look,
Yeah.
like I said, look at Bedell. Holy crap. He put
Yeah.
in just a little bit of money and poof.
And I actually
Poof.
found that out by accident last bull run where I had 8 coins. I put them in a wallet, and granted, I'm brand new. I don't know anything. I hear about how you can have a wallet and put it in a wallet, and I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. Have it on my phone. That's pretty cool. And I did that. Forgot all about it. And I trading other ones on different exchanges. And then my buddy, about 8 months later, it was like, yeah, there's this really cool wallet everybody's talking about. I was like, man, that sounds familiar.
Yeah.
I go, sure enough, it's on my phone, and I have 8 coins in there that I've held for about 8 months, each one of them. And I didn't know how to trade this time. I'm barely learning whatever. Each coin, 10, 12, 14x without
Nice.
even trying.
Right.
So that's what I'm saying, guys. Right now, you buy it, you hold it, don't mess with it. If it goes down, who cares? Put more into it and just hold it. And
Yep.
sure enough, you'll see. And same thing with like last bull run. All these millionaires that were from Solana and from Shiba and everywhere else, all these millionaires, they didn't buy some and then sell it at 80%. They bought it and they just held. They
Yep.
held it, and then before you know it, boom,
Yeah.
millionaire.
And
Does
they
it
could take
does it
profits
always
all they
happen?
want.
It doesn't always happen, but you have to hold. Like you really do. And then you just have to be convicted, or take, your initial out and then just let the rest ride. So
Amen. That's good. That's good advice right there. And Chris says, thank you. Hey, Chris, appreciate the questions, to be honest with you. And a lot of those higher market cap, you see me doing it all the time. I rather DCA, just throw it aside. It goes into a Tangent wallet because I love Tangent wallets, and boom, that's it. That's
right.
it. Just the nature of the beast, as they say. Um, All right, guys. That's pretty much going to be that, I think. I appreciate everybody that was here. Thank you for all the questions. Any last
Sorry,
no?
breaking up. But
Oh, sorry about that. I was just asking if you had anything you wanted to throw in there. I apologize.
Okay. So I just wanted to know, guys, right now, females and males, I just want to let you know that right now is the absolute best time to be in crypto. Me personally, I'm telling people about crypto, but nobody wants to hear about it. It's like religion.
Yep.
Nobody wants to hear about it.
Yep.
However, what I'm actually doing it smart because I'm talking to different people and they say it's a scam or whatever. But now these people at least have it in their ear so that when they ask me about crypto, I know it's time to sell.
Yeah.
I'm not messing around.
Exactly.
So give you a heads up. That should be your plan too. Tell your friends, tell your family, tell everybody about crypto. They're gonna laugh at you, they're gonna joke and point at you and laugh. Don't worry about it. When they come to you and say, "Hey, remember when you're talking about crypto and what's this Dodge? I want to buy Dodge. What's this
Yeah,
Dodge
Dodge.
coin?"
Yeah.
Okay, time to sell. Thank
Time
you.
to go. Yeah,
Yep.
time to go. Chris, thank you. Appreciate you saying that. Again, thank you everybody for being here. Tomorrow, I'm not sure if you're going to see the Matrix Money podcast, like I said, but Wednesday, I'll be back again live, 10 a.m. Eastern time. So if you can join us, I appreciate that. Again, links to everything I was talking about in the description of this live stream. Make sure you go check out Joe, 3 p.m. every week, every day. I was going to say every weekday, but every day, 3 p.m. You need to see his show. Again, link for that in the description below as well. All right, that's going to do it. I appreciate everybody being here. Thanks again, everybody, and we'll see you again soon. Take care.